Get your butt over here. Bloody hell, babe, that went down a bit then.
Did it? Oh, I think of things as Lee's speaking, and then when it's my turn,
they get lost in the abyss.
Like, oh. Hi guys.
Hello.
So we thought we'd do a YouTube video to explain the ways that we are able to make money on the road and some ways that we hope to be able to make money on the road.
Yeah, it's obviously a question we get asked quite frequently, people wondering how we're going to sustain this lifestyle, and talk in detail about what we did and what we aim to do.
And we are complete newbies to this as well, and some of the ways that we have set up to make money are definitely in their infant stages. But we think it's important to record this stage because this is the journey that we're on.
We don't have this figured out. We have taken a massive risk. We took a decision ultimately to quit our jobs and start travelling with no guaranteed income.
Yeah.
As Kit just said, we have a few things in place which over time we hope to start to build more of an income.
Yeah.
But I think the reality is with lots of these sorts of things, it's really about adding multiple strings to your bow and having ways, multiple ways to generate streams of income.
Hey, I'm Kit and this is Lee, and welcome to Life Lemons Travel. We sold everything, left our jobs and moved out of our flat to work, live and travel in our Renault Kangoo. Her name is Peggy. Hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications and follow our journey as we explore Europe and figure out our new life on the road in a mini camper.
A lot of people who are travelling in a van like us, who are definitely more established than us, I've seen maybe continue to work their remote job. Maybe they were able to work their office job from their van, for example. And then when they felt like their social media presence and content creation and following was big enough to be able to quit that remote job, then they were able to. But I guess we've done it in a really risky sense, where we decided to quit our jobs and kind of hope for the best.
Maybe I've always had this overly optimistic view that it will just all work out.
Lee was definitely a lot like that when we lived in our flat, and I was like, Lee, it's not going to work.
I think that when we met, we both obviously had ambitions to travel. We hadn't necessarily either of us thought about van life as being the way that we might travel.
That came later.
This is something that has materialised throughout our relationship, and I think off the back of COVID, buying a van, and then, you know, deciding
not being able to easily get flights to places.
Particularly with travelling Europe since Brexit, it's not easy just to pick up work. You know, obviously we have a limit on the amount of time we can stay here now.
We really missed the boat, and I feel personally that I did not make the most of living in Europe before Brexit.
Yeah.
And now it feels hard not being able to just get a bar job or get a waiting on job. So we're relying on the powers of the internet really for most of our work. Yeah,
there is lots of opportunities out there to work online, and I think that's one thing obviously that has become more so out of COVID. A lot more businesses are set up for a remote world now, aren't they?
A complete shift in the way that we see work because of COVID. Yeah. Which is awesome.
I think I could probably go online now, start applying for jobs, but in reality, they're not jobs that I want to. But the point is, I actually want to do something on the road that I actually enjoy doing. It's why I left my office job, because, quite frankly, it bored me. So I don't want to fall back into doing something like that again. We're trying to create, ultimately, our dream lifestyle.
It's really easy to look at our lifestyle and think, Jesus, look at all these amazing places they're going to. This is just one long holiday. But the fear of it being over because we're not able to make money fast enough is real.
What was my job? The main job that I had was in digital marketing. I worked for a marketing agency. I was an account manager. I guess in the year leading up to us coming travelling, I actually quit that job. And
to get out of the office, really.
Yeah, I was so ready to leave that job, and I think for me personally, I'd been waiting a long time to go travelling. I got very impatient, quite itchy feet, I just needed a change. I needed to get out of there and do something different. And yeah, particularly working from home at that stage in my life wasn't something I enjoyed doing. So I actually left and went and actually I signed up to an agency, and actually just I got a warehouse job. So for a period of time I was building boilers for Vaillant. I worked on a scrapyard at JCB. What else did I do?
I guess even though Lee, sorry to speak for you, didn't necessarily enjoy these jobs that he was doing after being an account manager, it meant that he was moving around and not stuck on his bum all day.
Yeah, I'd got into a very lazy
which was
lifestyle.
important for you.
Yeah, so that's me. They had a lot of benefits in the fact that I was around people each day. I made some really good friends. It was manual, like physical work, which I really enjoyed. In a lot of senses. So yeah, can you class that as in a nutshell? In a nutshell.
Lee doesn't do anything in a nutshell. Okay, so my job before we came away, I have since university always worked in marketing agencies pretty much, because I did marketing at university. Loved my course, did not like working in marketing agencies. I don't know, it was low pay, fast paced, a little bit stressful, and kind of quickly fell out of love with marketing, because you know what, maybe I should have pursued it for a longer amount of time, but I didn't like it. And then more recently I worked in an airport doing customs, so cargo customs, not passenger, and it was an office job. You know what, it was well paid, but it was pretty mundane. It was the people that made that job good. And I was really sad to leave that job, but I knew that it wasn't going to be forever for me. Travelling is always my first love, and I've always been a creative person, so whether it's photos or videos or writing, so to be able to do that whenever I want and potentially make an income from it is the best thing for me.
The one thing I wanted to say, actually, from an outside perspective and seeing Kit and her colleagues, it's one of the most supportive work environments I've actually witnessed. Like really lovely bunch of people. I met a few
They're
of them.
probably going to watch this.
Kit, I think, had a really good opportunity there. You know, you got given opportunities to step up, I guess, to train, to learn new roles. You easily could end up staying there for a long period of time.
My life felt very comfortable working in customs. Losing that supportive work environment, but also losing that pretty comfortable paycheck, if I'm honest, to go into zero pay each month. Yeah, walking away from that was tough, but ultimately it's one of those things where if I didn't do it now, maybe it would have been a long time until I did.
We started this trip at the start of August with £10,000, pretty much.
I don't know if that'll shock you or not. I mean, to me, that's like such a tiny amount of money to actually go and quit your jobs and live in a van with.
Yeah.
But I guess we were kind of eager, and it's what we could get together in the deadline that we gave ourselves. Lee worked out from when we left, which was around the 3rd of August 2022, if we stuck to a budget of £60 per day, we would be able to travel for 6 months.
Yeah.
I hope your calculations are right there.
Yeah, I'm backing myself.
Yeah. Actually, in the last couple of weeks, we have re-evaluated our budget, and we've given ourselves a new target of £50 a day.
Land.
And you might be thinking, well, why did we make our daily budget less? And it's because we think we can do it for £50 or less a day.
Yeah.
And we are.
Yeah.
We are.
So that money, the money that we have now, when we reevaluated, based on £50 a day, if we were to spend £50 a day, I predicted that it would be able to travel until the 8th of March 2023.
And it is now the 12th of October 2022.
So that's effectively when our money will dry up if we don't make any additional income from now. Time will go quick. We've already been on the road over 2 months.
Yeah.
So that time is going to go like that.
We feel the pressure.
So yeah, if this is something we want to sustain beyond March, we've got to really pull our finger out. The major source of income that we have, and even right now it's not guaranteed, is
pretty seasonal too.
Yeah, seasonal is wedding videos. So I shoot weddings and edit wedding videos.
Lee's been doing that for about a year now, haven't you?
Yeah, just over a year. So I guess that is ultimately as of right now, my main source of income. But in this very moment when we're shooting this video, I don't have any weddings booked in.
But it's really kept us going until now.
Yeah.
Okay, the next form of income, when we were still living in our flat just a few months ago, well, it was February this year, I was reading about ways to make money online, and one thing that caught my eye was people who record audiobooks. I thought, you know what, I'm going to write my own book. So I started writing in February. To begin with, I wanted to try and write 1,000 words a day. I wanted it to be done in less than a month. 6 months later, I finally finished it. It's called Travelling Isn't a Phase, Mom. Escaping Your Conventional Life and Ending the Scenic Road to Happiness.
We'll add a link in the description for anyone who wants to go and check it out.
It's basically the contents of my mind poured out into a book. So it started as an experiment. I really enjoyed writing it. You should really try if you've got loads of ideas about something. And it's about how I felt living in my flat with my comfortable job, why I decided to live in the van, and it also talks about and challenges the things that we think make us happy. Yeah, no, go and check it out. But anyway, I finished writing that. I haven't actually got it on Audible yet, but it is a paperback and an ebook on Kindle. So it's really easy to self-publish your book through Amazon KDP. Yeah, launched that about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only my friends and family that have been buying it so far. But that's making a little bit of money, so that's really nice to see, and definitely something that anyone can try. So yeah.
This is something we've kind of dabbled in with a little bit at the moment with some, I guess some smaller outdoor brand, ultimately to take product photography and product videos and reels, that sort of thing. So we both love photography, we both love creating videos and such, so that is one, I guess, key area where we see ourselves generating an income. So I'll give you an example is I received some waterproof socks from a brand called Gecko Wear a few months ago, and basically they paid me a sum of money to go out and take photos of them in use, and get some video content and basically that
for reels.
For reels that they can use on their social media channels. Obviously the other option, what some brands will pay you to do, is to create the content and post it obviously on your own channel. So that's something that we're looking to tap into a little bit more. And we've been gifted a few items, for example our awning by Tent and Trail.
Our filtration bottles from Waterwell, they were gifted. Yeah,
so that's important for us, that we have and want to reach out to brands that actually form a functional part of our lifestyle. We could literally reach out.
That we genuinely love and use.
Yeah, so these are things that we identified as they would be really useful for us living in a small van.
My best advice for doing content creation for other brands is to just send them a message. Send them a message. It doesn't matter if you've got 1,000 followers or 10,000 followers, just send them a message. Say that you'd love to do some photos or videos for them. You could even start by doing it in return for gifted items instead of money. But just ask, because if you don't ask, you don't get. And we've been really fortunate that a few really awesome brands have said yes. And some we've received money for, like Lee said, and some that we've been gifted the items for.
Sometimes
and don't be disheartened when they say no, because that's okay.
If you don't buy a ticket, you don't win the raffle.
Exactly. So another way that we are able to make money on the road, definitely one that's in its infancy, affiliate programs. Basically, a lot of brands, more than you think, have affiliate programs, and what that is you sign up to this program and you have either a discount code or an affiliate link which you can post on your social media or on your website, and if someone clicks that link or uses your code to buy a product, you get a small proportion of that. So we started with Amazon. We don't make much at all through Amazon, do we? It is pocket money.
I think the reality is with affiliate programs, you know, unless you're driving significant amounts of traffic,
yes,
and they are converting, you know, it really is very, very small amounts. And I think these are the things that you have to think about. Is you almost have to put things in place. There needs to be the short-term gainers and the long-term gainers.
Yeah,
you know, you need things that are obviously going to make money quickly, but then you need to have things set up
that are just ticking along,
that build money over time. And you
yeah,
know, because ultimately we want to sustain this for a long period of time. An important point to make, and something to take into consideration with these affiliate programs, is you can't just open them and leave them dormant.
Yeah, they need to see that there's traffic. So the next way that we hope to make money, which is in its infant stages, is YouTube.
Sounds intriguing.
YouTube's a new one for us, but it's something we've known for a while that we want to do, because with YouTube, as soon as you get so many subscribers and so many watch hours, you will be given the option to start embedding adverts in your videos. As soon as you start embedding adverts in your videos, that's when you start making money. So this is something we're trying really hard with at the moment. We wanted to show you this now, as this is the journey that we're going through now.
Yeah.
I really hope that 6 months from now we'll redo this video and tell you that we're making real money. But this is just the ways that we've decided to try and make money now. There's different avenues, if you like.
There's a saying that's going to come to me in a moment.
It's going to come to him in a moment.
And it's going to have that real wow factor. No, the saying is, there's no greater risk in life than playing it safe. Yeah, we've been overwhelmed by the supportive comments, like people sending us messages,
buying us drinks.
Like, yeah, it's been awesome, really. Like, people, yeah, popping up that you've not spoken to for years. You know, people you went to school with, or maybe someone you worked with for a brief period of time, sending you a really lovely message that they're following along on your journey, and you know, they're loving and following what you're up to. It's really heartwarming.
The last point, which kind of like nicely rounds up all the above points, is a website. We wasn't sure to begin with whether a website is something that we needed. We had no clue how to build a website. By the way, we used Wix, W-I-X, really useful and easy to create professional websites. And it's a living, breathing portfolio. It's where we can put examples of Lee's wedding videography. It's where we can put our photographs, it's where I can put my writing, and it's where we can embed those affiliate links.
This is something that we're learning about and figuring out as we go along. And one thing that I will say is that we both feel pretty overwhelmed, actually, about trying to keep up with these things across all of our platforms.
Do we actually just eat peacefully together, me and you, or do we film this? I think the best advice, though, and I have taken this advice from bigger channels and accounts than us, is to just be yourself.
Yeah.
Apart from if you're a dickhead.
Off you go. I hope you've enjoyed it, guys.
Thanks for watching.
I hope you found some of the information we've talked about quite useful. Obviously, you can ask us any other questions in the comments below. You know, message us on Instagram, Facebook, wherever you follow us. We've gone off on lots of tangents. We've talked about.
Who's gone off on loads of tangents?
I've gone on lots of tangents, lots of tangerines. Talked about lots of things and a bit of a brain dump in
it's
lots of ways.
It's gone dark since we started.
We hope you can still see us. We're over here.
Is this where I say hit the subscribe button?
Hopefully.
Where is it? Is it there? Is it there? Is it there? We hope you enjoyed.